Good evening. This video is for the ladies of The View. I've been watching this show for a while. I generally watch the clips on social media. And, excuse me. It's just, I mean, how one-sided, two-faced, double standard can a show be and still be on the air? I mean, really. First of all, I don't want your show taken off the air because it's your First Amendment right. You know, the First Amendment protects your right to say what you want to say. And I encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. But to do what you do to Trump is unbelievable. You're consistent on double standards, one-sidedness. You don't see what the left does, you only see what the right does, and whatever the right does is wrong, whatever the left does is right. I don't even know where to begin, but I'm gonna try to start with this. Your double standards is just off the track, and I'm gonna be all over the map here with this stuff that you're saying. You get on your show and you talk about Trump lies. All he does is lie. All he does is lie. You must have forgot Bill Clinton. I mean, Hillary Clinton lied to Congress. She lied about the deleting all the emails. I mean, she lied about her connection to Russia. We're going to get to that. I mean, Bill Clinton lied about so many things. Lied to the Supreme Court. Was fined $800,000 for lying to the Supreme Court under oath. He lied to his wife about all the affairs, unless she was in on it. We can go all the way back to when he was governor of the corruption and the lies. Just continually just pondered how many times he claimed he lowered taxes like 100 times, but he actually increased it like 16 times. I mean, we can go on. He lied about NAFTA, GATT. I mean, we can just go on and on about this man lying about things. Trump. I can say he's not always truthful, but neither was President Obama. But we don't talk about, once again, we leave out the Democrats no matter what they say. It's always just the right. They're lying. Nothing about that. I mean, do we want to go on about the IRS being sicked on Christian organizations, the Tea Party, gun owners? I mean, come on. He lied about not attacking them, not picking them out, not prosecuting them, denying them tax-free exemptions on some organizations. But the Democrat side always got theirs. When they applied to ours under the 8 years of Obama, they got what they wanted. I mean, but let's try to get back with Trump. One thing about Trump now, he's not very poetic. He shoots it from the hip. He says what he says. I mean, it's not poetic. He's like me. He's just kind of blunt, you know, not very articulate, but he gets it across. He means what he says. He don't draw red lines. He just does it. Okay? He just does it. Let's get to some about when Kellyanne. There was photographs of Kellyanne with her knees on the couch in the Oval Office, and you poor Democrats just, oh my God, look at her. Disrespecting the Oval Office. Oh my God. Look what she's doing. Oh, how can you do that? How can you do that? How can you just disrespect that sanctuary of our political system, of our freedom? How can you disrespect the Oval Office? Oh my God. I can't believe she's doing it. What you were doing was you were trying to sidetrack what was actually going on and what picture she was taking. I believe it was a group of black businessmen and business ladies having a meeting with Trump in the Oval Office. And she was trying to get a good angle from sitting on the couch. Now, you want to mention disrespect. But after that, after you got on there and have a hissy fit about it, they showed like 1 million pictures of President Obama with his feet all over the desk, just kicked him like he's at the club. Okay? So, you didn't mention him putting his feet on the Oval Office's desk or knees cocked up on the sidearms of the couch. You leave all that out. Or you don't mention, you mention Kellyanne on her knees on the couch, but you don't mention Monica Lewinsky on her knees. You leave out Monica's knees, but mention Kellyanne's knees. You don't mention the stained dress. How pathetic. A president remembered for a stained dress. Come on. One example. You know, let's talk about, we'll talk about another double standard. Gun control. You Democrats are big on gun control. We don't need them AR-15. We don't need these automatic guns and pistols and all this kind of stuff. But I remember back in the 90s, the NRA was publishing information about Ted Kennedy. He's dead, so we can't beat up on him too bad. He can't defend himself. But Ted Kennedy had armed guards with automatic Uzis made in Israel. While he was telling me, I can't have a gun to defend my family. Whoopi, I think a while back you mentioned that some idiot made some comments and made that you were forced to provide security for your family. Now, we don't want to know what kind of security you got. That's the purpose of being secure. Nobody needs to know what you got. But I guarantee you, they're not protecting their family with baseball bats and cans of mace. They've got guns and possibly AR-15s and Uzis. Okay, so when you want to get y'all you Democrats want to hype about I can't have a gun, but yet your family's gonna be secured with a gun. President Obama's family probably is still secured with weapons. Trump's family, Bush's family, all secured with guns. How many bodyguards do congressmen have that have weapons, automatic guns and rifles and handguns? What? But you're gonna tell us we can't have guns. Now, Democrats definitely they really believe in gun control, but they believe in controlling the guns, which means their side gets the guns, the other side don't get guns. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. You know, you're beating up on the health care bill. You know, I remember Pelosi said, let's just pass it and see what is in it later. We found out, okay? Remember when you talk about the lies, President Obama said you got to keep your doctor. President Obama said if you like your plan, you keep it. You didn't get that either, okay? Remember he said the Iran deal was a good deal? Then last week, the week before, Iran is demanding the uranium that President Obama promised them. Why would President Obama be wanting to give Iran uranium? See, this is the problem we have with North Korea. The same situation had under Bill Clinton. Capitulate to our enemies. We'll just give you the uranium. We'll just give it to you. And as if Iran or North Korea are going to honor any agreement in the first place. Why would President Obama free about $100 million for Iran? Do you think they're going to buy puppies and balloons? No. They're going to build weapons, atomic weapons. You know, President Trump had to go in and go ahead and pop Syria in the mouth because of the nerve gassing. You know, I'm kind of we really don't know what's going on over there anyways. We don't know who's really doing it. But you know, it's not a bad thing to wipe out the Syrian gas. No, to stop it from being used from either side. That's not a bad thing. I mean, we can go on and on. You know, bad deals. President Obama. Healthcare. The Iranian deal. Jobs. Let's talk about the jobs. Jobs came out on May 5th, 2017. 4.4% of unemployment. 210,000 jobs created. And the best numbers in 10 years. So in 106 days, he didn't quite make the 100 days. In 106 days, President Trump produced better numbers than Barack Hussein did in his whole 8 years. Let's talk about the economy. President Obama is the only president to never reach 3% growth in his whole term as president. The only president to ever do it. Never do it. He never did it. But then we hear the lies about the jobs. Oh, there's jobs everywhere. No, there's jobs everywhere. But do you know why we don't have health care? You know why the health care is such a shambles? Because when President Clinton started NAFTA and getting jobs started leaving. When the jobs left, people lost their jobs and their health care. That's why the health care problem's in such a bad shape now. Because of back to Bill Clinton, back to the stained dress, and Monica on her knees. No, we don't want to talk about that. We want to talk about Hillary, why she lost. She's disgusting. We can go back to her corruption along with Bill Clinton all the way back when he was governor of Arkansas. And I recall Arkansas didn't even vote for him when he ran for president. That should tell you something right there. His own state didn't vote for him. I mean, look at Hillary. Benghazi. She used the Secret Service and state troopers in Arkansas to attack the accusers of Bill Clinton. She abused power to attack the accusers of Bill Clinton. And no, Bill Clinton didn't just sleep with a couple women. He kind of roped up a couple of them. Paula Jones. Remember what he did to Paula Jones? Met her in a hotel at a conference. Come in there, unzipped his pants and said, hey, can you handle that for me? Take care of some business for me. She declined, said she was married. He zipped his pants back up and said, let's keep this between us. Yeah. Yeah. Pay to play. The Clinton Foundation receiving money from all over the planet because they thought she was going to be president. But then, Bill Clinton did the same thing. It was called Arkansas Development Finance Authority. And you didn't get the loan unless you made a contribution to his Bill Clinton, to his campaign fund. And the way you do it, to get the loan, you had to make a contribution to the Clinton campaign fund. Then you had to take $50,000 and go to the Rose Law Firm. They were the only one qualified in the state of Arkansas to file the paperwork to get a business loan through the Arkansas Development Finance Authority. Now, coincidentally, Hillary Clinton was up inside the Rose Law Firm. So you had to give Bill a contribution. Then you had to go pay Hillary Clinton's law firm, the Rose Law Firm, $50,000 to do with the paperwork. We got Jim Joe Tucker. He was involved in it. There's some other guys that were involved in it. They've been online telling what they saw, what they knew. Now, how it worked was you gave Bill, you gave his campaign a contribution. You paid Hillary Rodham Clinton's law firm, the Rose Law Firm, $50,000 to the paperwork. You get your loan. Now, what's the payback for you? Bill got paid, Hillary got paid. You don't have to pay the loan back. That's how they launder the drug money. Okay? Drug money. Sold from Mena, Arkansas. Now, of course, that's pay to play when Bill Clinton was governor of Arkansas. Then we got Hillary Clinton doing it now under the Clinton Foundation. Now, let's get to the Russians. Let's get to the Russians. Because this is the meat here I like to talk about. The Democrats claimed there was a surveillance on Trump. Collusion with the Russians. For one thing, they can't tell you what he said because there was no collusion. That's why they can say, well, we know there was collusion. We just can't tell you. You can tell me part of the story, but not the other half of the story because it's a lie. Okay? But let's talk about Hillary Clinton. The Clinton Foundation received $135 million from Putin, from the Bank of Russia. Money from Russia. $135 million. Hillary got a $2 million contribution from the Russians. Okay? Podesta, part of Hillary Clinton's campaign or management, got $35 million in stocks from a Russian company, power company. He got $35 million. Bill Clinton, while Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, went to Russia and did a lecture for $500,000. Now, also, while all these millions of dollars were being transferred to the Clintons and Podesta, Hillary arranged a uranium sale of the United States controlled uranium to Russia. Now, who in the hell you think Russia's rooting for? Can you imagine the deals Hillary would be giving to Russia if she had became president? She'd be selling our Minuteman missiles to them, load them up on barges and send them to Russia or Cuba That is your Russian connection. It's the Communist Party that supports the Democrats every year. Trump, there's collusion. Trump has a right to talk to anybody. President Obama in the video on YouTube, he telling the Russian president before Putin got back in that after this election 2012, I'll have a lot more ability to work with you. Right there on video in collusion with the Russian president before Putin. Right there on video. Hot mic. Hot mic. Okay? Who's really the Russians? The Democrats, they're with the Russians. But, we get back to the Russian thing and Trump. So what if Trump was talking to the Russians? So what? He was going to be president because, Trump doesn't fail. He doesn't fail too. He fails very, very rarely. He's generally a doer. Okay? So he was very confident he was going to win. And after he was elected, he has a right to talk to the Russians or anybody else he wants to. Or his cabinet or his assistants or whatever they have a right to him. Now, I'm going to give you an example of what's okay to say to the Russians. Suppose Trump talks to the ambassador of Russia or Putin, and he's telling him, now President Trump put some hard sanctions on you because of your activity in Syria. If you will do what President Obama has asked you and back off Syria, quit supporting Assad, maybe we can lift some of these sanctions on you. That's okay. He's the president. He can do that. Now, if Trump had said, now Putin, President Obama's got some pretty hard sanctions on you, and he keeps Syria from selling oil. But I tell you what I do. If you promise me 10% of the oil that is sold out of Syria on the black market or whatever, I'll get the sanctions lifted. That would be a reason for impeachment. That would be a reason to put the cuffs on him. Okay? But that's not what happened. Because believe me, with all the leaks about Trump already, if you really had something, we would know. But you don't. You have to this is the excuse about Hillary. She lost because of the Russians. Hillary lost because, one thing, she sucks. She's not the most qualified person. Because she lost to a real estate mogul. She's not that smart. Bill Clinton's not that sharp either. Bill Clinton got impeached for lying to Congress about a sexual affair. Bill Clinton could have just said, I don't recall. Really? You going to ask me what I'm doing in my personal business? He could have done he could have made a multitude of answers and explanations without saying, no, I didn't do it. Because that way he got caught in a lie. He could have said, yeah, what about it? I like hookers and whores. What could they have done about it? They got him for lying, not for the act itself, but for the cover-up. Hillary and Benghazi. It's interesting that Hillary done what she did in Benghazi, tucked ass and left our men to die. But then Bill Clinton did the same thing in Somalia. Remember the movie Black Hawk Down, based on the actions in Somalia? Bill Clinton we're going to get these guys, we're going to get them. He didn't do a damn thing. Another lie that you don't talk about. Don't talk about. It's how, it's amazing. Double standard. Let's talk about the refugees. What we have here, the reason why the Democrats are so adamant about the refugees and the immigrants is because you need votes. You need votes really bad. Now, I know you want to bring up 2 or 3 million in the popular vote, but that's not how the game is won. The game is won by the Electoral College. Hillary won 13 states, Trump won 37. It's a pretty good difference. The Electoral College did exactly what it was designed to do. It was designed to prevent 13 states, a minority of states, telling the majority what to do. The Electoral College worked perfectly. Now, if Trump had won 2 or 3 million of the popular vote and Hillary won the Electoral College, you'd be on the V1. Man, them founding fathers just had it down pat when they did it. They just knew what they were talking about. But because it went against you, you got a problem with it. We're not getting rid of the Electoral College. It's over. It's not happening. Okay? Back to the refugees. Your party's literally a dying party without bringing in somebody. For one thing, you abort your potential voters. Second, your gays are not producing any more voters. Okay? So you have to import voters. And it's even better that they're non-white. If they're Mexicans and Indians from South America, or they're Syrians or whatever, I mean, you like the Syrians and the Muslims because they're not Christians. Because you're anti-Christian anyways, okay? Because that stands in the way of a lot of your agenda, especially abortion. You know, and you like the Mexicans because they're easily to pay off. Give them a little room, a little cheap job or something. Hey, they'll vote for you forever. So you're buying votes and so forth. And now you would say, well, if it's a racist thing, why do whites Democrats want them over here? Because see, some whites suffer from white guilt. If you don't know what white guilt is, it is the guilt of being white for slavery and so forth. I don't have white guilt, mainly because I didn't own any slaves. Only 2% of the population owned slaves. So the other 100 whites, out of 100 whites, 98 of them had no slaves. 98 of them were not raping the women. 98% of the whites were not castrating the black men. 2% were doing all the bad stuff. Okay? Now, the Civil War was really a war of the Republicans versus the Democrats. The Democrats wanted to keep their power and their money in the South. So they left the Union to keep their slaves. That's how you Democrats are. The Republicans had to come down and defeat the South, which ended slavery. That probably wasn't the original intent of the Civil War. It was to keep the Union together. But the result was slavery was ended by Republicans. Okay? It was Democrats who formed the KKK as the terrorist wing of the Democratic Party to enforce your terrorism and your will upon freed slaves. It was the Democrats who tried to write lynching laws and make it legal. It was Republicans that actually created anti-lynching laws. It was the Republicans that had the first black congressmen and senators. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Now, back to your abortion. For one thing, abortion is population control. You know, Margaret Sanger, Hillary Clinton's best buddy, she says she loves and admires, said we got to get rid of the unwanted weeds, and she also mentioned colored people. So, Margaret Sanger founded Planned Parenthood. Original goal was to get rid of the unwanted blacks and other people. Now, she don't want to get rid of just black, but she's also a social group of whites that she doesn't like either. The underachievers, the bottom feeders, and so forth. So you're supporting what I call a 21st century lynching. Abortion is just another form of lynching. Now, you have to give the Democrats credit. You got to be pretty slick to convince a mother to kill her unborn baby. You got to be slick. That's slick. That is slick. You got to be sharp. A lot of people falling for it. I think we're like 55 million abortions in the United States since Roe versus Wade around 1973 or so. And I know Whoopi, and y'all don't think about abortions as being how bad it is. But just think about this. In the struggle for votes, about 35 million blacks have been aborted since 1973 or so. All right, if those 35 million had been allowed to live, and those 35 million would have had kids, we'll say another 5 million, 6 million. You're looking at about 40 million. There would have been about 40 million more blacks inside the United States. It's about 35 million. Whites outnumber about 6-1. If the 35 million that live were combined with 35 million plus 5 million born, there would be 75 million blacks in the United States. You wouldn't be 6-1 with the white population. You would be about 3-1. Could you imagine if 40 million blacks were allowed to vote in the election? Now, we know everybody will vote. We say just 10 million of the 40 million voted. And nearly all 10 million would have voted for Hillary. Hillary would have won the Electoral College by 3 million plus 10. 13 million electoral, 13 million popular votes. Now, see, you could have probably had a pretty good case about why Hillary should be president with that large a number. You know, you may have could have pulled some other states. You may have could have pulled some states in the South. No. So I mean, you killed yourself. That's why you got to import voters because you need them. Let's talk about President Obama's birth. Was he born in the United States or not? You really don't know. But what got all this controversy going, though, I know you want to blame Trump, but Hillary had mentioned before Trump did that President Obama was a Muslim. We don't really know. President Obama was not born in the United States. He wasn't born in Hawaii. He was born in Kenya. Now, when President Obama ran, when Obama ran for senator in Illinois, a newspaper posted this, put it in the paper: Kenyan-born Barack Hussein Obama poised to take the Senate seat in Illinois. That was in a paper, newspaper. Kenyan-born Barack Hussein Obama. Okay. Second, President Obama has authored several books, and when one of the books was getting ready to go to be published, the publisher said, Kenyan-born Barack Hussein Obama, author of so-and-so book. That was in like 2006. Several years before he ran for president. Before he became senator. So, that's where it started. Now, if I remember right, when President Obama went to bring proof, President Obama brought forth a certificate of live birth, and he said, that's it, there's nothing else. I can't find anything else. He brought out the certificate of live birth. All right, that was it. People said that wasn't it. It wasn't real. It was a fake. After President Obama said there is nothing else, he was able to find the short form of the birth certificate. But he said there wasn't nothing else besides the live certificate of birth. But he did manage to find another birth certificate short form. And, of course, they said that wasn't real. It was fake, too, because you said you didn't have one. How'd you find it? So then he came up with the long form. Same thing. How'd you come up with the long form? How'd you come up with the short form if you said you only had the certificate of birth? Now, the lady over the Department of the Birth, where they do the birth certificate, the lady over the Department of Records in Hawaii, that verified and certified that the long form was the real, original birth certificate. Just a coincidence. She was killed in a single-engine aircraft crash in Hawaii. Dead. Now, let's talk about Hillary. Hillary was running for senator. She was going to lose. She was going to lose to JFK. He was killing her in the polls. Killing her in the polls. She didn't have a prayer winning. Magically. That's how it works for the Clintons and the Democrats. JFK had an airplane crash. He was killed. That's probably just a coincidence. No, that's just a coincidence. You know, I probably missed a couple of things, but the view is incredible. All this double standards. We addressed the Russian connections with Hillary. Let's see what we got. I got something on call me too. Just give me a second here. Let's see. FBI director received millions from Clinton Foundation. His brother's law firm does the Clinton taxes. They do something. Comey's brother's law firm does the taxes for the Clintons. Ain't that interesting? That's interesting. See, Comey tried to play the middle here to try not to look so guilty. He said that she deleted 66,000 emails or so. She was told not to. She did violate federal charges. She was told not to touch the server in the first place. He mentioned all these things she wrote, but we're not going to prosecute her. So he played the middle road. Now, it may be true that the links the links probably did influence some votes. But I think that it's okay as long as they're truthful. Hillary Clinton never denied any of it. She did deny one leak from receiving money. She did all of it. She didn't deny one thing. The leaks were true. I had no doubt the leaks were real. And they probably weren't Russian. Y'all like to bring up the Russian thing, but it was probably somebody inside the NSA or some of the other FBI or somewhere, the FBI or the CIA, that was literally leaking because there's a, I imagine there's probably a battle going in between. Some want Hillary, some don't want Hillary. So you may have a struggle and a fight in between somewhere, and one side was leaking information. I have no problem with leaks if they're truthful. You know, there's nothing on Trump because it's not leaking out. Believe me. Also, you know, we had it. Obama was checking into Trump in 15. Well, why didn't you leak any information out? Because there wasn't anything worthy of leaking. That's why. He didn't leak it. There was nothing there to worry about. There was nothing he could use. You know, and the day before the election, Hillary had this big grand ball rented and had this big massive balloon party. And she canceled it. She knew she was going to lose. She knew it was over. She knew when the truth came out about her and her corruption and the money laundering, the Russian money, the uranium sale, she knew she was doomed. She knew she was doomed. I believe President Obama knew she was going to lose too. I have no doubt he knew. He just had that gut feeling. Man, all this stuff about her, there ain't no way she's going to get elected. Also, the 5 counties that mainly gave Hillary her votes were the most popular ones. They commit most of the crime. If you take the chart of the states that voted for Hillary, those are where the most active crime is. The criminals voted for Hillary. You want to think about that, The View. The criminal elements inside the United States are the ones that voted for her. The cities with the county with the least crime voted for Trump. It's you know, sometimes it's like, wow, well, how can you even explain some of this stuff? But you're one-sided, you're two-faced, you have a standard from one side and it's not held to the other side. You know, gun control, but y'all got the guns, but you don't want me to have the guns. You know, Bill Clinton can disrespect the Oval Office, you got no problem with it, you keep your mouth shut. Kellyanne gets on the couch with her knees to take a picture and you got a problem with it, you know. The health care bill, I mean, if you were worried about a bad health care bill, you wouldn't have voted for Obama's health care bill. So, bad bill from Obama, great. Bad bill from Trump, you got a problem. Now, personally, if we can't do better than Obamacare, we should just leave Obamacare in. That's my opinion. You know, we don't need a second bad bill just to say, see, we did something. All right. Now, I will say this. I think Paul Ryan's a snake. I think he's a Democrat for inside. He's a moderate, he's a Democrat in reality. He's a rhino. All right? But that's what we got to do. We got to expose you. Now, keep doing what you're doing. I don't know if your views are going up and down. I don't want them to take you off the show. I don't want them to take you off there because it's your right. And your view is just as welcome as mine. But, you know, you talk about how bad they did Trump. I mean, how bad they did Obama. I remember the Democrats putting out videos about assassinating Bush. Why is it you call for the assassination of President Trump? You call for the assassination of Bush. You know why? Because it's a morality issue. And I tell anybody, if you will okay the right to kill unborn babies, there's nobody you won't kill. You have no standard. If you kill an unborn baby, you have no problem killing Trump to get Hillary in office. But remember this, that whore ain't never going to be president. That whore ain't going to never get in that office. There's 10 people underneath Trump before. Okay? Trump will be president even if he's not president. His policies will continue. You can beat him up. You can lie about him. And I said, he lies. I mean, they all lie. They're all lying. But then like Ann Coulter said, he does exaggerate. He does exaggerate. If this is the best, greatest golf course in the world. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. He does exaggerate. It's like he says, I caught a 6-foot catfish. You know what it really was. He did catch the fish, but it wasn't quite 6 feet. It was, you know what I'm saying? That's what he's doing. Okay? Another thing. Before before Donald Trump decided to run for president, back in 2012, I believe it was 2012, There was no allegations of sexual mischief, no racist comments, no nothing. No nothing. Okay? The only complaints that were even around that I'm aware of was possibly the situation with his school, real estate school. And once again, you have 2,000 or 3,000 students and 20, 30 of them are not happy or 40 not happy. That's going to happen. The View, you got plenty of complaints. That don't mean it's not a bad show. It don't mean it's a good show. Okay? It is what it is. I mean, that's it. There was no comment about him grabbing this and grabbing that. But just remember something. Trump was a billionaire playboy. And that's understandable. Okay? Billionaires do that. They hunt women until they find what they want. Until they satisfy that hunger. There's no doubt he was chasing this woman, chasing that woman. You didn't have a problem with Bill Clinton doing it. So don't have a problem with Donald Trump does it. Praise Donald Trump like you do Bill Clinton. Don't be two-faced. Hold everybody to the same standard. You've got to hold us to the same standard because it's going to catch up with you. Hillary's two-facedness, Hillary's corruption caught up with her and she lost. You're going to lose again if you don't stop this nonsense of this lying. We all know you're lying. The Democrats just want to, you know that when you make fun of Bill Clinton, when you make fun of Donald Trump, disrespecting the Oval Office, every Democrat knows Monica in a stained dress on her knees. You all know that, but you don't want to think about it. We're not going to play no more. We're just going to attack Trump, and we're going to be silent about our double standards, our mischief, our disrespect. That's what you're doing, and it's going to cost you the election. What you going to do when President Obama thinks his best is 4.5% unemployment? What you going to do in 6 months? It drops down to 4, and in 3 years it's 2.5. You're done. What you going to do when he does deal with Syria? When he does deal with North Korea? What you going to do when he somehow pieces together some kind of treaty to get some peace in the Middle East? Which you're never going to get peace with the Muslims. The Founding Fathers said as long as the Muslims exist, Islam exists, the world will never have peace. And that's it. Where they're the peace, religion of peace, there's peace nowhere they go. You understand that? There is no peace wherever they go. One more thing. This is for Whoopi. Whoopi, I'm a big Star Trek fan. Star Trek Next Generation. And I remember you as Guyana. And loved every one of your shows you were in. God bless. You keep up the good work. But get truthful. Tell the truth. Be honest once in a while. Peace.